Ready?
My paper?
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Okay.
We have made it! It is Wednesday! Hello! Which means it is time yet again for Youth Group on YouTube. Yes, breaking news. This just in. This happened this week. Grayson has some exciting news to share with you. Grayson, what is that exciting news?
I lost 2 teeth.
2 teeth. She not only lost 2 teeth, you lost them what? Back to back.
Back to back.
Back to back. Do you know what that means? No, she does not. It means that she lost them one right after the other. Show off your brand new smile. There it is. We call her around these parts Toothless. You guys know her. You love her. It is Grayson Avery, my co-host for YouTube Youth Group on YouTube. Man, I hope you guys have had an amazing week. It is good to see you here. Do me a favor, a couple things. You guys know the drill. One, I need you to text somebody who is not watching and ask them, what are you doing with your life? You need to make sure that you are watching Youth Group on YouTube. We have an amazing lineup tonight. We've got several new segments that we're releasing today, including Grayson's art class, which is going to be interesting to say the least. We are also going to be using Kahoot today. If you don't know what Kahoot is, which you probably do, but in case you don't, here's what I need you to do. We're not going to do it yet, so you have plenty of time. I need you to get onto your app store of choice. So whether that's the iTunes store or Google Play or wherever you get your apps, go ahead and go there. Get the Kahoot app. It is perfectly free. Go ahead and download that. If you don't have a phone, that's no problem. You can access it on your computer through your web browser. Just Google in Kahoot and it'll come there. And we're going to come back around to that here in just a little bit for our game a little later. But just so you know, you will need that Kahoot. All right. As people are joining, as you're texting people, letting them know, hey, we are here, we are live. Here's what I want you to do. In the comments, I want you to tell me, one, that you're here. Two, I want you to tell me if you could pick any celebrity to play you in a movie. Who would it pick? Now, it doesn't have to be necessarily somebody who looks like you, but it doesn't even necessarily have to be a movie celebrity. It can be in music. It could be a famous YouTuber, whoever. What celebrity would you choose to play you in a movie? Grayson, if you could pick any celebrity to choose you in a movie about your life, who would you pick? She would pick the famous celebrity. He's a little less known, but her name is Ducky. Ducky has been in several films, such as Quacktastic, and The Duck Who Became a Swan was her newest release. So Ducky. For me, it would definitely be the great... Ooh, actually, that's a tough question. I mean, people often say I look like Matthew McConaughey. So I would probably pick that. Emma Watson, Audrey Bosha. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Sophie Turner, another Emma Watson. Ooh, Kristen Bell. Abby with Kristen Bell. That is a good one. All right, yeah. Keep them coming. If you could have any celebrity. What? That's Anna. Ooh, look at her. That's Anna. Kristen Bell. Very nice. Jack Ryan. Mark Hamill. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that one. All right, so we've got a lot of exciting things coming up for you tonight on Youth Group on YouTube. Grayson, you love to draw, right? What's your favorite thing to draw? What's like, if you were just to sit down and draw, what would it be?
Baby duck.
A baby duck. There's a duck theme going on with you here today, which, okay, sounds good. So tonight, like I said, we're adding a new segment. That segment is called what? You remember? That segment is called Grayson's Art Class. Come on.
Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark.
Daddy shark, daddy shark, daddy shark, daddy shark.
Grandma shark do 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 do. Grandma shark do 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 do. Grandma shark do 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 do. Grandma shark.
Grandpa shark, grandpa shark, grandpa shark.
Okay, that probably went on way too long, but I love some baby sharks. So we are going to start today with something new called Grayson's art class. Here's how this is going to work. All right, I'm gonna explain it, and then we're going to do something a little different. And then we're going to come back to it because you are going to need to grab some supplies real quick. All right. So what's going to happen is Grayson is going to describe. Grayson is going to describe to us a secret picture. A secret picture that she has. We met in our pre-show meeting, and she has provided us with a picture that she is going to describe to us how to draw. Now, we're not going to see the picture. She's just going to describe it. You at home and myself here are going to draw it, okay? Now, there is a catch. The catch is this. You have to draw it blindfolded. Okay? So, now, don't cheat because this is going to be, this will be a chance for you to win a prize from our prize crew, because what's going to happen is after we're done, you are going to take a picture. You are going to send your pieces of art pictures over to our Summit Students number. Grayson is then going to pick out her top 4, and those top 4 people will get prizes from the prize crew, all right? So what you need to do right now, if you don't have it handy with you, you need to go find just a piece of paper and something to write or draw with. Can be a marker, can be a crayon, can be a pencil, a pen. We're not looking for something fancy here, all right? So go and do that. Now, while she is doing that, that sound means that we have some breaking news in our weird news department. Every week here on Youth Group on YouTube, we are going to be bringing you this week's weird breaking news, where we find the strange, the odd, the unnatural, and report that news directly to you. So this week's breaking news weird story comes to you from Indian Trail, North Carolina, where you can find a miniature donkey named Mambo. Everybody, this is Mambo, the miniature donkey. He is getting some online love from North Carolina. He's bringing joy to people across the country because the farm that Mambo lives on had this idea of renting out their animals to virtual Zoom meetings during this coronavirus outbreak. Peace and Peas Farm will rent Mambo, the 8-year-old miniature donkey, and his friends to crash your Zoom calls. So if you have a Zoom meeting with your school, with your class, you can call up Peace and Peas Farm and you can rent Mambo to come and crash your Zoom meeting. The Charlotte Observer said that this donkey is like a pesky little brother that doesn't let anyone relax too long. Companies or schools or students can choose other farm animals as well that you would like to invite as guests on your Zoom video calls. For instance, you can have a horse. They have 3 horses, Heron, Zeus, and Eddie, along with some chickens and some ducks. It would be great to get some good laughs. Customers can reserve 10 minutes with the animals for a mere $50. $50, and you can have Mambo come and crash your Zoom meeting. That is today's breaking weird news. All right, back to Grayson's Art Corner. Several of you are asking for the number. I will give it to you when it is time. It is not time yet. So here is how Grayson's art class is going to work. Grayson is going to describe to us how to draw a picture, and we are going to follow her every instruction. What's going on over here? I mean, you've yawned like 4 times. You tired?
No.
What is happening? Okay, back to the show.
Okay.
She is going to describe how to draw a picture. We are going to follow her every move. However, here's the catch. You will be blindfolded. No cheating. All right, Grayson, you cannot tell us what we are drawing tonight. You cannot show us. You just have to describe it. I am going to get my art supplies ready, as well as my blindfold. Today's blindfold brought to you by my closet. It is a Santa surfing tie. Or he's skiing, water skiing, with a reindeer who is driving the boat. So very useful tie. Obviously, use it several times in never. Okay? All right, Grayson, do not show us the picture. Everybody at home, get your art supplies ready. Get your blindfolds or close your eyes. And Grayson, whenever you are ready, do not show the picture to the camera. You can start describing how to draw this picture.
Okay. First, draw a circle.
First, draw a circle. Got it.
Then a square.
A circle, then a square. Got it.
Then a beak and an eye.
I'm sorry, did you say a beak? A beak on the circle?
Yeah.
Drawing a beak on the circle. Okay, and then an eye also on the circle?
In the circle.
In the circle. I don't know where my circle is. Okay, I'm going to guess that it's right there. Okay, I got it.
Then draw a feet and a wing.
Draw feet. Where do I draw the feet?
At the bottom of the triangle.
At the bottom of the triangle, draw the feet. How do I draw the feet?
A line and then a line sideways. A line down and then a
A
line sideways.
A line down and then a line sideways, and then another one?
Yeah.
Down and sideways. Okay, what's after the feet?
A wing.
A wing. How do I draw a wing?
Like half a circle.
A half of a circle?
Mm-hmm.
Which half? The bottom half? The top half? The side half?
Bottom.
The bottom half. Bottom half. Okay, got it?
And that's it.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
I've done it?
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully at home, you have done it as well. Hey, that's not bad, actually. All right, Grayson, before I show everybody mine, can you show us what ours was supposed to look like?
Oh, right. Bottom.
You show right here. Yep. Show it up there. So this right here, if you can see it, is what your duck should have looked like. Okay. This is what mine turned out to be. Fairly close. Fairly close. I think yeah, I think that's very close. All right, so here's what you are going to do. Once you are done, you are going to text those pictures over to our number. Scooch over just a second. 724-633-7695. Remember to save this number in your phone. We will be using it a lot here on Youth Group on YouTube. So make sure that you save it. Go ahead and text your pictures over to that. Grayson will then look at all of them here probably tomorrow morning, right? Tomorrow morning, she'll debate and she'll come up with her top 4 favorite. We will release those on Instagram and Facebook tomorrow, and we will get in contact with you. So make sure that you see a what? Oh, there's Robin outside the window. Sweet. So make sure that you also let us know your name, just in case we don't have your number, so we know whose picture goes with whose. Okay? All right. That was Grayson's Art Corner. Okay, so here is what we are going to do next. I told you at the top of the show that we are going to be using Kahoot. So if you have that Kahoot app, go ahead and get it open. Let's see if I can do some magic here. Where does this need to go? It's complicated. There to there. We get it? Boom. All right, we are going to be using Kahoot. Boom. Got it. So here's what you're going to do. We are going to play Would You Rather Quarantine Edition. So in that Kahoot app, go ahead and join. The game pin is 225-6592. That's 225-6592. And while we are doing that, Grayson, are you ready?
Yeah.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
For the fight one pumping. Hey, yippee-i-o. All right. How many we got in? 21 people? I think 22. Who we got? Oh, Classy Wolf. We got the Classy Wolf, the Focused Fox, the Winged Sloth, the Dandy Goat, Agent Chicken, the Green Lion, Glad Kitten. I'm sensing an animal theme. That's fun. All right, so here's how this is going to work. Hopefully you are in. I am going to ask some simple would you rather questions, and we are going to see today where you guys land. I don't know about you, but I feel like every day quarantine is turning my brain to mush, which is why you find me doing things like taking art directions from my 6-year-old daughter, who is amazing at art. Very nice. Sorry. So we are going to get into it today. Here we go. All right. Some would you rather questions. You're going to have two options. Make sure that people can see. I'm going to scoot you over just a bit. Would you rather be quarantined with Bigfoot or be quarantined with unicorns? Bigfoot or unicorns? Bigfoot all day, or do you love unicorns? Which one? Bigfoot. You're saying this one? Oh, I would go Bigfoot. Bigfoot all day. All day. All right, what do we got? Ooh, 86% of you love unicorns. Wow, interesting. Grayson, you would pick unicorns? I would have picked Bigfoot. I think Bigfoot's probably, he's probably pretty chill, would be my guess. All right, next one. Here we go. Would you rather...
Unicorns probably fly.
They probably could. Have Netflix with your family streaming platform, but your parents always watch Netflix with you, or Disney Plus is your only streaming platform, but your siblings always watch with you. Netflix and your parents always watch, Disney Plus and your siblings always watch. Which would you rather have, Netflix or Disney Plus? Ooh, literally 50-50. 50% of people would rather watch Netflix with the folks. That's touching. That's touching.
I would rather pick the...
You'd rather pick Disney Plus? All right.
Nah.
Hey, you guys got to get on it. Got to get on it. I know, 20 seconds. Probably should have made that longer. My apologies. You know, what are you going to do? Deal with it. All right, question number 3. Would you rather wipe with a leaf that might be poison ivy or wipe with a pine cone? These things are getting real. Things are getting real.
I would definitely wipe with a leaf. A leaf would be kind of better. A leaf would be better.
69% of you in a dire situation would take a pine cone over a leaf that might be poison ivy. I don't know. A pine cone, maybe? I don't know. I feel like at this moment we should talk about how close that question just made us all. That's what I feel like right now. All right, next question. Would you rather only be able to watch Frozen 2, only be able to watch Tangled? Frozen 2 or Tangled? Frozen 2 or Tangled?
Frozen 2.
Frozen 2 or Tangled?
Frozen 2. Frozen 2.
You would watch Frozen 2?
Frozen 2.
Into the unknown. Holy cow! 70% of you. Tangled. Really? I mean, Tangled is a great movie, but I feel like Frozen 2 was on point. The soundtrack was great. I mean,
Anna, Elsa.
Sven, Samantha? Come on. All right, next question. Here we go. Would you rather live off of only canned meats or live off of only canned veggies? Canned meats, canned veggies.
Canned veggies.
Canned meats. Canned meats all day. All day. Canned meats, canned veggies.
Canned veggies.
Ooh, close. But 52% would rather live off of canned veggies. Grayson, if you could only eat one vegetable for the rest of your life, what would it be? Mm-hmm.
Carrots.
Carrots. You never eat carrots.
Well, big ones.
Oh, the big ones. Okay, Bugs Bunny. Thank you very much. All right, next question. Here we go. Would you rather... We're learning a lot about each other, you and I, right now. Would you rather be stuck inside with video games but no bathroom, or stuck outside without video games but you have an outhouse? Stuck inside with video games, no bathroom. Stuck outside, no video games, but you have an outhouse. What do you got? What do you got? That's a hard one? All right, Grace. Ooh, 59% believe that the world is your outhouse. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Mother Nature. Grayson, would you rather be stuck inside and not have a bathroom, but you get to play games, or stuck outside and have an outhouse? Do you know what an outhouse is?
This, like, your home is outside.
Your home is outside? Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Your home is outside?
It doesn't have to be, like, true. It's just like a game.
Yeah, Dad, it doesn't have to be true. We're just playing a game. Come on. All right, next question.
That was a hard one for me.
That was a hard one. Would you rather be quarantined at your house for a year with your friends, or would you rather have school all year around? Quarantine at your house for a year with your friends, or have school all year around? You'd rather have school all year around? Whoa, not even close. 92% of the people out there, which 92% of 26 obviously is Australia, would rather be quarantined at their house with their friends. I agree. Especially, never mind. Next question. Here we go. 25 apparently is 96% of whatever. Would you rather be out of toilet paper or be out of toothpaste? Out of toilet, it depends. Depends on how many pine cones I have, right? Right? Am I right? Am I right? Toilet paper, be out of toilet paper, be out of toothpaste. Toilet paper or toothpaste. Ooh, close. I'm surprised how close it is. 56% though say that you would rather be out of toilet paper. All right, here's my question. Let me know in the comments. Whose family has bought a bidet during this pandemic? I want to know, have you bought a bidet? I also want to know who's hiding all the toilet paper. I know it's some of you. Aaron, my money's on you. Aaron, maybe the Booths. You guys seem like people that buy all the toilet paper. All right, next question. Here we go. We got two more. Would you rather have good internet but no streaming platform, or garbage internet but you have every movie ever made since 2015 or before 2015 on hard copy? Good internet, but no streaming. Garbage internet, but but every movie made before 2015. Ooh, interesting. You would rather have good internet, but no streaming. What would you do? Oh, you can play games. See, I don't play games. Movies all day. All day. Love the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question. Last question for this Would You Rather Quarantine Edition. What do we got? Would you rather be quarantined in your home for 7 days or be in class all day with your least favorite subject for 2 days? For 2 days. Be quarantined in your house for 7 days or your least favorite class for 2 days.
Red.
94% of people, again, that's all but one person, if Aaron's math is correct, say they would rather stay at home for 7 days.
Yeah, that was
That one's really what?
really cool.
That one is obviously really cool. All right, and that is how you play Would You Rather Quarantine Edition on Youth Group on YouTube. Grayson, it's been awesome. You, as always, are amazing. I love you. I love that we get to do this together. It is a lot of fun for me, as I'm sure it is for you. Okay, if I can get back to my thing here. Are we there? Yep, there we go. All right, just a reminder, make sure you text in your pictures of your Grayson's art class to 724-633-7695. She's going to look at those. Grayson, we got a bunch of them that are coming in. I'm excited to show them. Some of them are terrible, okay? But, hey, it's been fun. Thank you so much. You seem tired, so no? Okay, but do me a favor, don't lose any more teeth today. But with that note, you got any parting words you want to tell people?
One tooth is already growing in when I just pulled it out yesterday night.
One tooth is already growing in when you just pulled it out yesterday night. Again, words to live by. Thank you. All right. See ya. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. That girl is awesome. Love it. All right. Man, so glad that you guys are here. Glad that we get to spend this time together. Some of you are asking, nobody won. Nobody won this time because the competition is the art class. Okay, so everybody just calm down. What do you think? We just got like unlimited prizes to just give away anytime we want? Oh, you get a prize, you get a prize, you get a prize. No, that's not how this works during a pandemic, okay? All right, we are going to start a brand new series today called I Want to See. All right, and what we are going to do actually is we're going to look at a passage of scripture starting tonight. And I'm going to give you basically 4 things over the next few weeks, 4 to be exact, maybe 3, that we learn from this passage. And so earlier, we did our blind art class. I'm going to ask you one more would you rather. You can let me know in the comments. But would you rather be blind, be deaf, or be mute? So blind, deaf, mute. Okay, let me know. I think for me, I would probably pick, I'd probably pick mute because I feel like I talk a lot anyway, but I don't need to. So at least if I could still see and hear, I feel like I wouldn't be missing out on a ton. And I can write. That's fine. Yeah, mute. I can type faster than talk. Ooh, nice, easy. Deaf, mute. A couple of deaf. Ooh, Sean would rather be blind. Well, you couldn't be playing all those video games if you were blind there, buddy. All right, so when I was I think I've told some of you this story. When I was in 2nd grade, all my friends were getting glasses. Literally, like everybody, I felt like everybody that I knew was getting glasses. And so I was like, man, I really want glasses. Right? As I'm sure all of you have probably said to yourself at some point, you're like, man, my life would be awesome if I could just have some glasses. Then next stop, braces. Let's just get it all going. Glasses, braces, phenomenal, right? So I remember my parents took me to like my yearly eye exam thing, and when the guy told me, can you read the letters? I could clearly read the letters, but I lied about it. I'm like, oh, A, G, alien head, 7, star, right? And so he gave me glasses. I actually, this is not a lie, I walked out of there with glasses that day. And ever since then, I have completely ruined my eyes. At this point in my life, some like 20, 25, 26 years later, whatever it is, if I don't have my glasses on or my contacts in, I am completely blind. I cannot see anything. I agree with those of you who are saying, yes, glasses are terrible. Glasses are awful. When you have glasses and you just want to lie in bed watching TV and they get all like smunched in your face, it's terrible. My 2-year-old daughter has glasses and she hates them. It's awful. But maybe you guys have similar experiences. You have glasses or you have contacts or something like that. And so tonight with this series, we're going to be talking about blindness. And we're going to be talking obviously about something a little different than physical blindness. And so I just want you to think just for a second. What are some areas in your life that you feel you may be blind in? And that's a weird question to ask, but really wrestle with that just for a second. What are some areas in your life that you feel like you may be blind in? For you, maybe it's you can't see what God is moving you towards in your future. And I don't just mean like none of us can see the future, but I mean like you have no idea where God is even leading you, what direction to even start heading. So maybe that's an area that you're kind of blind right now. Or maybe you can start to see it, but it's a little blurry, right? When you go to the eye doctor and it's like better 1, better 2, better 1, better 2. But maybe it's just a little bit blurry right now, and that's making you anxious. Or maybe instead of the future, maybe you're blind to something that's going on in your life right now that you just need help with. There's a problem that's going on that you don't know how to deal with. There's a conflict with a family member or a friend or just another person, and you guys have had issues and you just don't know how to deal with it anymore. You are literally blind to what to do next. Maybe it's you need help in school or in your sport. Or maybe it's just that you're just in trouble. Maybe you're blind to some of your own sin that's going on in your life. And it's not that you don't want to deal with it. It's just that you don't even think that it's a problem. And so the point of this all being that wherever you are right now, I want to ask you, how clearly are you seeing your relationship with Jesus? And what I mean by that is this: what do you see the areas that you need to grow? Do you see the things in your life, maybe they're obstacles or maybe they're challenges that are keeping you from growing in your relationship right now? I want to do this. If you have a Bible that's close to you, have it on your phone and you're not watching this on your phone or something, I would love for you to actually grab your Bible and go to Mark chapter 10. And in Mark chapter 10, there's this incredible story that we're going to be wrestling with over the next several weeks. And we're going to start in verse 46. So Mark chapter 10, verse 46. And it says this: and they came to Jericho. So Jesus and his disciples, they're traveling. They come to Jericho. And as he was leaving Jericho with his disciples, a great crowd is following him. And so picture this just for a second, because this is going to be important to the story. Jesus and his disciples are leaving Jericho, but this great crowd is following with them. And they're leaving the city. And Bartimaeus, this blind beggar is sitting on the side of the road. Bartimaeus, this blind beggar, is sitting on the side of the road. And when Bartimaeus heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth that was about to walk by him, look what he did. He begins to cry out and say, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." And this is amazing to me when you look at it, because he's got this large crowd. It's loud, right? And this blind beggar, he just hears that, oh, Jesus is coming down. Jesus is walking past me. And so he just starts screaming out, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." And what's the reaction? Verse 48, many people rebuked him and they told him to be silent. They told him to hush. They told him to shut his mouth. But what does he do? He cries out all the more. He says, "Son of David, have mercy on me." Right? It's like if you guys have ever babysat, or maybe you have younger siblings. I know it's like this a lot with my kids. Like, you tell them to quiet down, and what do? They just get louder. That's what Bartimaeus is doing. Every time somebody comes over to him and says, "Hey, Bartimaeus, be quiet," he screams it out even louder. And he screams it out even more. "Son of David, Jesus, have mercy on me." And Jesus stops. He hears him. Through this crowd, he hears him. And said, "Call him." He looks to the disciples. He says, "Hey, that guy over there that's screaming at us, call him." And so they went and they called Bartimaeus and they got him and they bring him to Jesus. And Jesus says, "Take heart, get up." Or the disciples look at him and say, "Take heart, get up. He is calling you. Jesus is calling you." And throwing off his cloak, blind Bartimaeus, he springs up and comes over to Jesus. And Jesus says to him, "What do you want me to do for you?" Think about that for a second. If Jesus were to look at you right now, and if he were to ask you that question, "Hey, what do you want me to do for you?" What would your answer be? Right? I mean, think about that. Like, I know we can think of a ton of silly answers, but if Jesus were to look at you right now and said, what do you want me to do for you?" And Bartimaeus, the blind man, says to him, "Rabbi, let me recover my sight. I don't want to be blind anymore. Let me recover my sight." To him, "Go on your way. Your faith has made you well." And immediately he recovered his sight and he followed Jesus on the way. This is such an incredible story that we're going to be unpacking over the next couple of weeks. And so the question is, okay, what does that have to do with you and I? What does the story of blind Bartimaeus have to do with you and I? And I think there's four things. There's a ton we can learn, but I think there's four things that I want to communicate to you in this time that we have together. And so I'm going to give you a different one each week. But this week, I want to give you this one thing. Jesus is calling you to cry out in your blindness. I think that's the first thing that we learn. I mean, look again what he says in verse 47. When he heard that it was Jesus, what does he do? He begins to shout, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." And when people tell him to quiet down, he gets louder. And when people tell him that nobody's listening, he cries out more. And he doesn't stop until Jesus notices that he's crying out. It doesn't matter what everybody else says. Why does he do this? Because Bartimaeus had an issue and he wanted to talk to Jesus about it. It says that he began to shout. We've heard about incredible things that Jesus can do, right? I mean, Bartimaeus heard about the amazing things that Jesus could do. He'd heard about the miracles. He'd heard about the other healings, right? And he had faith that Jesus could help where no doctors could help him, that he could recover his sight. I think what amazes me, though, is that you and I, we have direct access to God because of what Jesus has done. I mean, prayer is one of those things for us that makes us so uncomfortable, and we don't like to do it. We don't like to do it in front of people. It's hard to make it part of our actual life. And so think about this for you. How often do you cry out to Jesus? Son of David, have mercy on me. Here's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that after this, you need to sit in your room or wherever you're at and you just need to scream. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is that I think the first step for us in order to regain our sight, the first step of all of this is to recognize that we are blind, to recognize that we have a problem that we can't fix, that we need to cry out to Jesus too. Son of David, have mercy on me. Bartimaeus shows a passion. He has a passion of crying out to Jesus. Do you have a passion of crying out to Jesus? Because by crying out in the midst of the crowd telling him to pipe down, Bartimaeus shows not only his great faith, but he shows how serious he was about getting over his obstacle. And so I'll tell you, whatever that blind area is in your life right now, if it's a problem, it's a relationship, it's a sin, it's a fear, it's an anxiety. My question is this: are you crying out to Jesus? Even if people tell you it's strange, even if your own mind is telling you that's strange and it's not working, listen, that's just the crowd telling you, hey, quiet down, pipe down. And so here's what I would like to challenge each of us to do tonight, and then we'll be done. I want you to take a few minutes tonight. I want you to take a few minutes right after this. And I want you to think about whatever that blindness is, whatever that obstacle is that's in your way of connecting deeper and closer with God. I want you to figure out what that is. This season of lockdown and all this talk about pandemics and coronavirus and social distancing is super stressful for probably all of us. And the longer it goes on, the more and more stressed and anxious and difficult it becomes. And so right now you may be sitting and you may feel angry, or you may feel lonely, or you may feel lazy or frustrated. And the list can go on and on and on. You may feel like you have no control. And you want so much for life to get back to normal again. And so my challenge to you tonight is to simply cry out. To cry out and saying, Jesus, I have a problem. And I know that you're the solution. And I may not know what that looks like right now. But God, I trust you. And God, I cry out. And God, I have faith that you will hear me. So what does that look like for you to cry out? Don't let another day go by. Listen, please. Don't let another day go by where you let the crowd quiet you down. Cry out, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. We're going to be learning a lot from blind Bartimaeus over the next couple of weeks. I'm excited about it. I hope you're excited too. Listen, from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you believe this, I love each and every one of you. I love what I get to do. I love that God has put me here for such a time as this, to connect with you, even if it's through a computer. We had an awesome Mafia time last Friday. That was great. We've got another event that's going to be coming up next Friday, not this coming Friday, but next Friday. I'll tell you about that next week. But just know that I love you. Our student ministry team loves you. We pray for you daily. And so if there's anything that you need, please reach out to your small group leader, reach out to me. Let us know how we can help you better, because just like we want to see, we want to help you see as well. And the only way that we know how to do that is to help point each other to Jesus. All right, guys, I love you so much. I'm so glad you were here. We will see you again next week for youth group on YouTube. Have a great rest of the week. See you next time.